So welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Black Omen, and this is the last episode of Ruby Beyond. Because as I mentioned, this is going to be a 4-part series, and this is the 4th episode. So now, before I get started, a lot of us were kind of on waiting to hear about what the future holds for Ruby, and right now, as I heard about from one of their, I guess, their videos or in their live stream, that they are in talks with some companies, to kind of to continue the life of Ruby, but they can't really say who it is right now. So, I mean, at least there's a future, you know? So this is not going to be at least for now, this is going to be the last piece of Ruby content, which I mentioned in the past. I do have episodes of Ice Queendom that I reacted to, and I kept that on hold for the time being because I was kind of apprehensive, because people were saying, like, oh, if you upload it, because like it's not Rooster Teeth distributing it, so it's like the company who did it is a lot more strict, especially when they're in China. I think, I don't know, but either way, things are a lot more strict with that. But now I'm seeing a lot more people upload their reactions to Ice Queendom, so it's giving me that potential. I may actually upload it as well, since I did reactions to all of them. So I'm like, well, might as well do something with it, All right. So without any more interruptions, let's watch this episode. It's called Boba. So let's get on with it in 3, 2, 1, and go.
So, what exactly is this big surprise all about?
I wouldn't call it big exactly.
What? You've been hyping it up since
It's actually kind of small.
So, a small surprise.
It's more exciting than a surprise.
So, I should be excited.
But not too excited? Ugh, I don't know, maybe it's dumb.
Got it. Setting expectations to moderate for a surprise that may or may not be cool.
Perfect.
Why are you being weird?
I'm not weird, you're the weird one. It's just been a while since we got to do the sisterly thing.
You're right. And if you make this no fun, I probably just won't ever want to be sisters again. See how dumb that sounds? Ow!
Excuse me. Are you Ruby?
Yep. That's me. I'm a Ruby.
You're the girl who
I'm
sent
a
the message.
Ruby.
The one who brought the world together.
Oh my goodness, can we take a picture?
Oh, yeah, happily. Okay, where do you want to take it? Am I taking the photo? I am never getting used to that.
Still wanting those normal knees, huh? Personally, I think it's about
Normal
time
knees.
everybody knew how cool my sister is.
Let's go.
All this.
Nice little callback there.
Thank
I'll pause. Now, the reason, if you don't remember, back in Volume 1, might have been in Episode 2, could be wrong. Episode, 1 or 2, I don't remember. Where Yang says something about like being the bee's knees, and she's like, I don't want to be the bee's knees, I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees. And lo and behold, we get the callback about 10 years 10 years later. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
More than a mascot.
It's not too much?
Oh my gosh.
God.
Seriously, Yang? You brought me to Boba! All the flavors, the milk teas, the smoothies, the boba.
Boba.
So, is it the right amount of exciting?
Are you kidding? Why did you even downplay this? Ugh, that brought back so many memories.
Apparently they closed up shop in Patch and relocated here with the rest of the refugees from Vale.
Remember how we used to come here with Dad after school?
It used to be a once-a-month treat, but by the time we were done at Signal, it was almost twice a week. Do you wonder why he's not here? With everybody else? I know Crow said he's on assignment, but what's more important than here?
Maybe we don't have the full picture.
I don't know. Some things you just need to be there for.
I'll pause. Now, the thing is, I mentioned in a previous video that I was really hoping that we would get a scene, because if you remember, at the end of Volume 8, you saw Crow being like trying to communicate with him by like, tapping on the little ear communicator thing, and like like you could see like he's mouthing Ruby, like anyone, like you could see that he's in distress. And even though the way things played out and things were like how they ended up doing Volume 9 rather than splitting it between what's happening here versus in the Ever After, it's fine. But I wanted to have just to have that scene where like Crow has to go to Tai Yang and tell him what happened, or at least have that like inner conflict in his mind where he's like, what do I do? Like it would have been a really powerful like moment to kind of see Crow have to make that decision. I don't know. But let's continue on. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Ruby, about what happened in the Ever After.
Which part?
I don't need an explanation. I think I get it. It doesn't even matter if I do, completely.
Yang,
I understand my part in you feeling like you couldn't talk to anybody about what you were going through. And that it's hard to even know what you're going through when you're in the middle of it. I just need you to know you're not alone. You can't be alone. Not with the world the way that it is. And not with what we and our team have all been through.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going back to the version of Team RWBY where you put everything on your shoulders. Where we put everything on your shoulders. From now on, we do it together.
As it turns out, the hardest thing about being a leader is asking for help. I thought I wasn't allowed. Thank you, Yang.
Aww.
Bad news, though. I still don't know how to do it.
Well, maybe we need a code word. So we know when we're feeling overwhelmed but don't know how to ask.
How about... Boba?
Yeah. Boba.
By the way, you promised we would go shopping like weeks ago. When's that happening?
That's your priority?
Oh, man. Aww. Damn. All right. I don't know why this thing is... Alright. Still doing it. Still doing it. Okay. I'm just gonna... Before I get more frustrated with this thing, I'm just gonna say my last words and then we'll end the episode here. Just basically... It was just nice to kind of see, Ruby and Yang have a moment together. because a lot of people kind of semi complained about, like, not seeing them on the screen together, and if you did, it was just mostly in combat, and it's like, oftentimes people would be like, well, how do you know if they're even sisters at this point? They don't act like it, and and I get it, but like oftentimes it's kind of like when siblings get older, they kind of drift apart, but they still like have like a connection there where it's like I don't have to like be up your ass, like, but at the same time it's kind of like just kind of knowing that they're there for you. It's just a phone call away or something, But yeah, that was it was a nice way to end the little 4-part series thing there, because it's like, because the first episode was all just like being silly, funny, comedic. The second episode was like a serious, somber kind of vibe to it. The third one had a little bit more of a cutesy vibe to it, and it was just nice to end on in a comedic way, but also in a nice, heartwarming kind of way at the same time. It's just a nice little bow to wrap up the Ruby Beyond series, mini-series, you want to call it. But yeah, as much as I'm going to miss seeing this, show, we can only just be optimistic at this point and just hope for the best. And with everyone out there who said like, "Oh, the show is dead," and you know what? I honestly want this show to continue on for a few more seasons. 10, 11, 12. Just so that way, everyone who said it was dead can like eat your own words, because that was one of the things I really didn't really understand, and about like people who didn't like the show, which a lot of the times the people who hated on the show were people who liked it in the beginning. They were there for volumes 1, 2, and 3, and then dropped off at volume 4 or 5 because the changes that the show went through in terms of like animation, some story, because obviously with the passing of Monty, there was a shift in how things were done and how were written. And Miles and Carrie and everyone else, all the other writers, did I would say a bang up job. There were times where it wasn't perfect, and I do think they acknowledged that once it got to volume 6. They kind of looked back and kind of said, maybe, kind of look back on things and kind of just make the changes and such. So but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad that we got to do some more Ruby content on the channel here. I'm still deciding on whether or not I should use or upload any of the Ruby Ice Queendom episodes. I'll see how that goes. Anyway, but thank you guys for watching. That was fun. If you want to follow me on Twitch and see what games I'm playing, you can follow at twitch.tv/BlackOmen219. So until then, you guys, I will see you in the next one. See ya. Okay. Yeah, now we're stuck. Stuck with this thing being an asshole.